Hello Stampers, welcome to another Rubber Redneck video tutorial. In this video tutorial, I'm going to be demonstrating how to make this little stationary post-it note box holder. This is the one I created using our Bella Toil background stamp. First, you want to cut a piece of crumb cake cardstock at 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Then you're going to score it a 1/2 inch in on all four sides, and then once you got it scored, cut your little tabs on the scored lines here, and then apply sticky strip to each corner. Then what you want to do is fold on the scored lines. Take your bone folder and crease down good on the scored lines. And just work your way around the box, bottom. And what I did before I assembled the box, I took the Bella Toil background stamp, inked it in crumb cake, and stamped onto the crumb cake cardstock. And then you're going to go ahead and start assembling your box, the base of your bottom. And before you assemble that, you want to take the 1/2 inch circle punch, and on one of the sides, just go about halfway in and punch out a little piece like that, creating the little tab to grab the paper here. So then you want to finish assembling the base. Then what I did next was I created a belly band to go around the top of the box here. So you want to cut a piece of old olive cardstock at 1 1/4 by 8 1/2, and then you're going to score it at 2 1/2 inches, 3 inches, 6 1/4, and 6 1/2. So cut it at 1 1/4 by 8 1/2. Then score it at 2 1/2 inches, 3 inches, 6 1/4 inches, and 6 1/2. Then apply sticky strip on one end. And then what you want to do is just fold on the scored lines there. And then we're going to take our box base and we're going to wrap this around the top part of the box. Just like that. And then you'll flip it over, peel off the backing on the sticky strip, and then attach the other end of the belly band to the other side. Then you want to cut a piece of Designer Series paper, first edition, and you want to cut this at a 1/2 inch by 8 1/2. Take the scallop trim border punch and punch out the one side of it there. Then you're going to take your snail adhesive and just apply that to the one side of the Designer Series paper. And this is very pliable to work with, so you will not need to score it. You just put that about almost to the bottom of the Designer Series paper there, or the old olive cardstock, and then wrap the Designer Series paper around and just line the ends up so they're even there. So you have that. Then I took a piece of our 1 1/4 Marina Mist striped grosgrain ribbon. I cut it apart and frayed out the bottom to give it this a frayed edge. You're going to take a glue dot and just place that in the back on the center there, and then wrap this around just above the Designer Series paper there. And then you'll secure the end with another glue dot. Then what I did next was I took our lovely letters alphabet stamped the C in old olive onto very vanilla cardstock, and then I punched it out using the 1 inch circle punch. I placed a stamping dimensional on the back, and then I'm going to just place that off to the side here. Then I took our 3/8 inch old olive taffeta ribbon, and I'm just gonna place and ran it through a piece of Hodgepodge hardware, brushed silver there. And then I just ran the ribbon through one end, and then I'm gonna just wrap this ribbon around and cut about what I think I'll need to get this through the Hodgepodge hardware. And then you just run it right through the hole on the Hodgepodge hardware. And once you have that ran through there, now to secure it into place, I just took another glue dot, put that on the end of the 3/8 Old Olive taffeta there, and then I placed that in place over the C. And you want it snug. And then once you have it in place, just press down on the other piece of ribbon there to keep it attached. And then I took one of our designer buttons and I applied a glue dot to the back of that. And this happened to be one of the Marina Mist Subtles buttons. And I just added that right onto the Hodgepodge hardware. I then made a bow out of natural hemp twine. And I applied a glue dot to the back of the bow, and then attached that right to the button there. And then you just place one of your little things of sticky notes right inside. And then that completes our little stationery box. Thanks for watching.